Hey, welcome back to the CB Show, broadcasting live from Milton, Pennsylvania. I'm Chris.
I'm Brandon. That was a heck of a
What did you think of that one?
That was a great intro.
Yeah, I spiced it up for the audience out there. But, another great week.
Oh, that's another great week.
Yeah, it's just great to be back, to be able to have this opportunity. Weather outside beautiful today, here in Pennsylvania. So, again, let's just cut right to the chase. Let's get to the weekly update, our favorite time.
Favorite part.
Oh my gosh, because we love sharing this information. So
listen, we just keep piling weeks up on
Yeah.
top of good week after good week. Another great week of no DOT reportable accidents, no time loss, injuries at work. And actually, if anybody that hasn't seen or hasn't noticed, I have a frequency accident sheet out on the
Wow, that's a big word.
That is a big word. And I struggle to say it once in a while, so you'll notice I hesitate.
Yeah, okay.
But so what a frequency sheet does is you take the amount of miles driven, multiply, there's a multiplier, and then you divide by the number of accidents, and it figures out your ratio on how you're actually doing. The nice thing about what our weeks are coming in actually this past month, no matter what number it is you multiply by zero,
what do you get?
You get zero. And so when I get up there to the board and I just have to write a zero, and I don't have to take my calculator even.
Yeah.
Because I multiply it by zero, it's zero. And, last month,
I could probably even figure that out. Zero.
I think you can handle that.
That one.
But last month we covered 2,671,909 miles.
Wow, almost 2.7 million miles.
2.7 accident free.
It takes such team effort to make that happen, too.
Everybody involved.
You can't imagine every mile, and then the mechanics and even the operations and all the staff that supports. But for those drivers out there to deal with, especially now, there's a lot of traffic, with the construction, making those great decisions, and every day in and day out. And so, awesome. There's not even a better word than just say awesome job. You know what I mean? So it's like, thanks, guys. And just keep going.
Listen, it's funny because I just cannot believe, when you think of a company your size, the amount of miles that you're running. And we do such a great job.
Right.
You guys are so great out there and handling every obstacle that's thrown at you in the best way possible. We can't be more proud.
Yeah, and on top of that, we're not just saying deliver safely, but our customers are satisfied too. So it's a dual thing that we're getting there safely, we're delivering freight on time, and growing the business.
And that's the thing, like you said, it's a whole team effort. But a little example with growing, and the customers are happy, which also then helps with the warehousing.
Right.
And then the warehousing creates more driving positions.
Yeah.
And it's just one thing builds the other. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's just a great point. And we kind of get into that when we say about Pat Logistics Group, our sponsor. We'll give a shout out later, but to now just understand these family companies and how this is all intertwining. But as we wrap up the weekly update, I'm excited because we move on to the new segment that we started 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, but let me hold you there for a minute.
Whoa.
We're going to talk about a new guy here.
Oh.
We do have a new guy joining us from Virginia, Matt. Matt has joined us, and we want to welcome him, but also another shout out before we go. We're talking about whole team members.
Right.
Tony,
I forgot.
Tony, our new recruiter.
I'm so happy that we didn't finish the weekly update. Tony
is huge.
Tony's
huge with continuing.
Antonio.
So he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Really, he's a great asset that we found. He's like a little diamond in the rough there. Yeah. And obviously, great shout out to him for continuing to bring guys in and keep us growing. So it's great. But now,
we end the weekly update now.
We can end the weekly update and move right on to the new segment of Who's Who. So.
Well, this week, like we were discussing, you went out to Columbus, right? And you were able to have an interview.
I tracked down a driver out there. Rick.
Yeah.
Now, the thing with Columbus, it's a huge business out there, but we have a small driver pool.
Right.
Rick is just one of the ones that has been there since we started up. He's like a true leading driver out there for us. He does a great job, and let's just take a look at his video.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'm out here in Columbus, Ohio, with one of our drivers, Rick. Rick has been with us for how many years now? 4 years now. So he's one of the main drivers out here in Columbus. I just wanted to stop out, check in with him real quick, see how things are going. So, Rick, outside of work, what are your hobbies? What are your interests? What do you do in your free time?
Baseball with my son.
Awesome.
if it's baseball season, it's baseball. Football, it's football. He's 17 and he loves sports. So try to keep him active.
That's very important.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what you do here. I mean, we all understand that you drive, but Columbus is a little special project.
It is special.
It's got its own little special things. Tell us exactly what happens out here.
Well, Patton loads for Budweiser, and then we just kind of shuttle from Budweiser back here and Kroger now. We do Kroger too, but it's a good thing.
It doesn't get old after a while.
Nah.
What do you find is most rewarding that keeps you here to continue to drive? I mean, I'm not necessarily just here, but what do you love about driving? I guess
Freedom.
Okay.
Not being stuck in one place every day and repetition.
And getting to see
just
the
like to get
outside
out and
world.
about and just keep moving.
Wonderful. So, well, good. Yeah, just like I said, just wanted to touch base with guys from Columbus and let everybody out there know that we do branch out. And, you know, I mean, we definitely have a big family out here, so we're happy to have you. And
It's a great family.
looking forward to continuing to work with you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Be
you.
safe out there.
You too.
Wow, what a great interview.
Again, like I said, he's been here for a little over 4 years, as he said. He's a great leader out there. He does a great job, and we couldn't be more proud and happy.
Yeah, absolutely, Rick. Thanks for everything you do out there. But we also have to talk about Columbus. So it's part of this family company. We got a warehouse out there, and there's these jobs that are created within the warehouse. Warehousemen and such. But we have driver base as well. And that's the beauty of the Patton Logistics Group.
Yes.
We got these family companies all supporting each other, intertwined, and making this growth possible, and giving affording all these job opportunities and such. So you were just down in Virginia as well.
I was.
Yeah.
I was. And down in Virginia, we do. Next week we're opening up the new Dublin warehouse.
Oh wow,
beautiful.
beautiful.
And we just had 16 people come through orientation. Listen, the warehouse, everything down there. Not even to mention the view from there.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, imagine what I'm telling you, when we drive up there and you just look at the view, you can't be more happy driving into a brand new building, new job, and joining this family. So, Chris, I do have to ask.
What's that?
I drove to Columbus last week. I drove down to Dublin this week. Like, did you do anything last week? Have you done anything to help out here lately?
Probably a little bit more than Ben.
Well, he does do a good job to keep us up and running.
Yeah, I asked him the other day, Ben. For those who don't know, he's our production manager. I said, Ben, what are you doing, Brandon, out here? He told me he's holding the fort down. So hey, that's big.
Somebody's got to handle it.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to handle it.
Good job, Ben. But no, on a serious note, I sat down. We talk about growth. We talk about the success of the company and all these other parts. So I took time and sat down with Mike.
From the shop.
Mike Keemock from the shop. He's been here for a lot of years, and he's got a great story to tell. So here's this interview. I think you guys will really enjoy.
Hey everyone, I'm glad to be here with Mike from the maintenance shop. And so Mike has been with us for how many years?
Just under 16 years now.
Wow, 16 years. That's a pretty good stint, right?
Yeah, pretty good.
So Mike, tell us a little bit about yourself. How'd you, what you enjoy, family, married? What's going on with Mike?
Yeah, so anyways, I am married. I have 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls.
Wow. Very handsome.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. Hobbies consist of anything outdoors. I enjoy hunting, fishing, camping, hiking, and any kind of sport there is to do.
Yeah, I know firsthand that you and Jared Brokenshire have gone hunting, some pretty wild trips out to Colorado, right?
Yeah.
When I say wild, in the wild.
Yeah, no, we that's somewhere you disappear for 10 days
right.
and you don't see a person, and it's just an awesome trip. So.
Yeah, that's awesome, and when we talk about it, Jared and you kind of, came together here and through the, for many that don't know, came through the shop together, at the same time almost. Mm-hmm. And so a great friendship has occurred because of that. So, again, but how did you get here though? How did you get, not to the CV studio, but let's just say, how did you get up at Watson Town Trucking, right?
Well, I guess it started back, I was in the military.
Okay.
So, getting ready to decide whether to re-enlist or not re-enlist, and I was currently in Iraq, held over 6 months longer than I was supposed to be there. Talking with some buddies about, what are we going to do when we get out? So, the diesel field was just something that was kind of fitting and something that I felt I could do. And so I literally scheduled my classes from a phone in Iraq. They helped me out a lot and got me going. And during that time, I went to a job fair,
Okay.
put on by the college, found Watsontown Trucking, came on part-time, then led to full-time, and here I am, 16 years later, serving as the fleet manager.
Okay.
So,
First, let's go back to where you were telling that story. You served our country, so that's awesome, and we say thank you, especially from the CB show, Wattstown Trucking. That's a great honor. And, it's, you can't be overlooked. So, a lot of character there, and how long were you overseas?
I was 18 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, again, thank you for that service. And, again, you said about you're at this fleet manager. Tell us about what is a fleet manager? What do you have to do on a daily basis?
So on a daily basis, as a fleet manager, I oversee the techs.
Okay.
And the equipment, making sure it's getting serviced and the work is getting done correctly. Going along with that, if any drivers, if you guys feel like you're not being heard or you need something, more than the ordinary work done on your truck, reach out to me, reach out to Chad. We can help out. So
Okay. How many mechanics do we have working for us now?
we have roughly a little bit over 40 technicians, maybe 42 technicians in the
That's
shop.
a 365 day, 24/7 job, right?
Yeah, we stay pretty busy. That's for
Wow,
sure.
I'd say, it's not just 400 trucks sitting here in Milton, right? It's 400 trucks traveling the United States all over the place.
Yeah, they're spread out now.
Yeah. How many trailers do we have?
So roughly 1,400 trailers.
So we're in charge of trucks, trailers, that's, what we're saying about almost 2,000 pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
That's quite a, just not to you, but to our mechanics, that's awesome. And when we say mechanics, how does, to me, there's just like drivers, there's a demand for drivers, right? We talk about that, but diesel techs, I think that's in high demand too as well. Like, how does one, you have your story and it's an awesome story, but for those out there that are just curious, how does one become a diesel tech?
So I think the biggest thing there, Chris, is to make the decision.
Right.
Obviously we have lots of schools out there. Penn College is there. SunTech is local. And there's other ones too. But get started. Make the decision
Right.
to take that leap. Put a little work in. You're going to start at the bottom somewhere like that.
Mhm.
But utilize these programs and put the work in. Diesel is not something that you can just learn from a book.
Right.
So that's something that you have to put the time, and you're gonna grow knowledge with
Mhm.
experience, so.
Absolutely, and you share your story. It wasn't like you, prior to the military and such, you weren't like what they call a diesel head or whatever, you weren't working on pickup trucks on the weekend, right? You were just kind of, I think you were more into sports at the time too.
Yeah, absolutely, I was 100% a sports guy in
Yeah.
school. Besides changing my oil and brakes in my car, that's pretty much the extent of what I've done, so.
Absolutely.
No, I was a rookie when I came into the field.
But it goes to show, I guess, why would one, it's a rewarding job, and why would you think it is as a diesel tech?
I think most people serving as technicians, really feel that it is just rewarding
Mm-hmm.
to complete something with your hands. When you're fixing stuff with your hands, making a driver happy that now he's rolling down the road feeling safe, with a good repair, that's a reward in itself.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, that's a great, great way to put it, Mike. But what, as we go on, like, who would you shout out? We have the drivers, you got the mechanics, and I know they play such an important role here. But from your side of things, what would you like to say to the audience, to our fleet? What would you, number one thing, and what thing could you say that has changed in the industry that's made it harder for you and for them as a driver?
yeah. So first off, I would give a shout out to really all of our technicians and people here at Wattstown Trucking, the drivers, the breakdown staff, just everyone. We have some really top-notch people
Absolutely.
who do an outstanding job, day in and day out. So really, hats off to them. Thank you, and that's who I would give a shout out to. But as far as what's the biggest change on these trucks that we've seen is 100% technology.
Yeah.
This push for clean air initiative. It's come so far, and since I've been here, the trucks have just completely changed. You're no longer changing parts. It's not easy to diagnose these trucks.
Right.
So, it's a computer guy's game now.
Absolutely. Just today I was on a call with one of the vendors and talking about electrified trucks. And that's the future. So we talk about diesel, and now we're gonna get into like electrical trucks, and that's a whole new ball game in itself. So this industry is always evolving. This clean air initiative isn't going to go anywhere. So again, I say from the CB show and Watsontown, we just commend the work that you're doing. 16 years and seeing the growth from part-time mechanic to your development to where you are today. And we just want to say shout out to you and thank you for being our gotta let you know, number 2 guest, not number 1.
No,
but
that's
number 2.
not right.
Well, we had to talk insurance. We went the insurance route, so Lynn got first dibs. But it's great to have you in studio here and learn a lot about Mike and what you enjoy here at work and outside of work, and the effort that you're putting to make us. Me and Brandon on our show, we talk about getting home safely to our families. And, you touched on 4 children, your wife, and that's the ultimate goal. We all want to get home to our families. And when we talk safety, the shop has a big part of it. So you keep doing what you're doing, and, Mike, let everybody know, hey, you need something isn't working in your favor, give him a shout out, right? Give him a call. He'll work on it for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. So, again, thank you for joining us today. We'll see everybody here soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Listen, man, that's great.
Yeah, it
I
was.
mean, Mike, first before we get it, we missed this part. Mike, appreciate you and thank you for your service. And it goes for anybody out there. Appreciate your service, any veterans or active duty members. Definitely.
Yeah, serving our country, that's a big deal, and we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So
Definitely.
it means a lot. And so, yeah, Mike, great interview. It just shows, again, what we talked about, where somebody can, start here and progress themselves through. And so, again, to Mike's team and everybody that made this show, we appreciate it here at the TV show especially. So, I guess that pretty much wraps up our week.
That's a great
TV
week.
show here. But we talked a little bit, but we're going to give another praise.
We did mention them, but we've got to read the sponsors.
Yeah, the Patent Logistics Group, Patent Warehouse, and Patent Logistics and Watsontown Trucking all working together as one. But they give us this opportunity to do this on a weekly basis. And so without them, this wouldn't happen. And we sincerely appreciate everything that the Patent Logistics Group brings to the table and to our company. So, I guess that will wrap it up there. I think that's a pretty good week, right?
Yeah, great week. So as always, make it safe home to your families, and let's put another.
Hey, well, hold up, there, man. Thumbs up,
Get the thumbs up out there. Comments, subscribe.
Yeah.
Put the word out there. And anybody out there, you just want to recommend WatsontownTrucking.com.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look us up. What did we forget to mention? Tune in next week.
Tune in. Big
announcement next week coming.
Yeah, stay tuned.
So we'll, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to check the followers this week.
Mm-hmm.
Or not the followers, but the views.
Okay.
And then next week we'll see how many actually check us out and watch the updates.
All right. Well, that'd be awesome.
All right, man. Thank you.
Have a great week.